Hey, good morning everybody. It's Mike and thanks for jumping on here with me this morning. You know, all this week has been about sharing different content ideas with you. And the primary purpose has been because I know that it's not always easy to come up with new ideas. And also because of the saying, frequency builds familiarity, right? Many of you are doing the right things, but sometimes we're not doing them enough to be remembered. It's the right thing, but our frequency's off, and we're not doing it enough to stay top of mind. And we're not doing it with enough people, or what I would call scale. So it can be the right action, but if it's not frequent enough, it's not going to be memorable. And if it's not with enough people, then you're not giving yourself a chance for success. Because only 3% of the population is going to move this year. So you've got to be touching enough people enough times to give yourself a chance to be successful. Frequency builds familiarity. You know, the old saying is that you have to tell somebody something 6 times before they start to engage, before they remember it. I might have to tell somebody my name 6 times before they can remember my name. And I wish that wasn't true, but then again, you might have to tell me something 6 times before I start to remember it. Think about the big brands and how they advertise at you. Progressive Insurance, Geico Insurance, AT&T. How sick of it are we? The beer companies, right? They all know that 1 or 2 commercials isn't going to do the trick. That you will need to see them over and over and over again to build top of mind awareness. The same's true for you and me. That there are a lot of agents for people to choose from in the Atlanta market. Will they remember you when the time comes? Hopefully you'll use the ideas that we've been sharing this week to build your content and to do it more frequently, much more frequently. To create a consistent and frequent message. I want to address something else with that. I want you to not be so worried about being annoying. Okay? That is an irrelevant concept. You might say that these insurance companies and phone companies and beer companies that advertise incessantly at you are annoying. Yeah, I guess, but look how successful they are. Look how successful they are. Why? Look how they build brand awareness. You know their spokespeople, their fictional characters. Who's the spokesperson for Progressive Insurance? Like Flo? And what's the mascot for Geico? That little lizard? And AT&T, that little dark-haired gal that does all the commercials, right? And the Clydesdale horses for Budweiser? We all know this. How do we know it? From the frequency of their message. And it's all intended to do this. Budweiser does it for one reason and one reason only. When you walk into a bar and you ask for a beer and the bartender says, well, what kind of beer would you want? They want you to say reflexively, impulsively, Budweiser, Bud Light, whatever their product is, right? When it comes time for some type of insurance or to get a new phone or update your plan, AT&T wants you to only think of AT&T. Progressive only wants you to think of Progressive when it comes to insurance. And so they have to run a lot of frequency. And the problem with frequency is, what's my message going to be? So I want you to use this week, I hope, as a reference point for all the different types of messages that you can be putting out. And don't worry about being annoying. You're so far away from enough frequency to be annoying with people that I contend that you couldn't even try to be annoying and be successful at it. A lot of that can be our ego. My ego wants me to believe that everything that I put out there, everybody's paying attention to and watching. So if I put a lot of stuff out there, then people are going to get annoyed by that because they're seeing too much of me. They're not. First of all, everything you put out there, everybody's not getting. And even the ones that do get it aren't paying that much attention. And that's why you need so much frequency. But if you did, would you be going out and making it happen for yourself each week?